Hey YouTube, this is another scandalous review by Scandalous D for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 3. Kenya got evicted. Supposedly she was supposed to have been out the house by 5, but the girl showed up at 3 with police and stuff trying to get her out the house. She all over the house acting a fool, twerking in this lady hideous wedding gown, acting a fool. Oh, I'm not here for Kenya, and I hope to God this is her last season. Um, she also, the way she called the police, but the way she described him was hilarious. She was like, she's tall, black, got long black weave, got cellulite, got implants, basically just shading the hell out of her, and I was loving every minute of it. She shaded her. I was like, yes, talk about them nasty implants that she claimed is so real. But anyway, Phaedra and Apollo drama, they having a photo shoot, all white. And I don't know why a lot of black people, when they, get money and stuff, they want everything to be in white. White everywhere. Just white furniture, white house, white clothes, white photo shoots. But anyway, he gets ticked off because he's like, I had something to do today. You just, every time I got something to do, you got something to plan. She was like, you knew I had a photo shoot with you. No, I didn't. I'm tired of this. And it looks so staged. It really did. Because it's like, Paula, what do you have to do? Like, seriously, you could have been like, I got a job interview. I got, business affairs. I got to do this. All he said was, I got something to do. And he ain't got nothing to do. And then, Phaedra was getting ticked off because she told the nanny or whatever to heat up the breast milk. And the nanny, she poured the milk out. And she brought her the empty bottle. It was like, here you go, Phaedra. She was like, why would you pour the breast milk out? I told you to rinse off the top. And she was just like, you Lord, and why are you, pouring out the milk? She was fussing at the woman or whatever. And Apollo was like, she made a mistake. Gee, she made a mistake. Why people make mistakes? And I'm like, she frustrated because that was a stupid thing she did, pouring out the breast milk. All I can say is Apollo looks good. I like Apollo. I do feel like him and Phaedra maybe have got married too soon. The only reason why she married him is because she was pregnant, but I don't know. I really hope their marriage sustains this reality show. But the best thing to keep your marriage together is to stay off of reality shows. Just stay off of reality shows. But she want to keep being on here. So let's see if their marriage lasts. Nene claiming that she doesn't. Oh, another thing I wanted to say was a cute moment with little Apollo, I forgot his name, Aiden, and Mr. President, the youngest baby. They were really cute. And he is so cute. What's his name? Aiden, he is so cute. I would love to just give him a real big hug. Nene, Pete and Greg, she claims she doesn't clean anymore. She says, I don't clean anymore, I don't want to be just a housewife anymore. And Greg is like, remember the good old days when you used to cook and clean and all that? Remember that? And, she don't want to talk about it. She gets a call saying that Glee has been pushed back since that guy's death. They pushing back production and that, originally she was supposed to be on the first 2 episodes, but, now they don't know when she's going to be on. She's a little ticked off, a little bit, like, oh my God, what do I do? It's just like, you got to hustle. You can't just expect roles to just come to you and stay with you. Sometimes things fall through. That's why you have to stay humble, and appreciate everything you get. And you can't be talking about, I'm rich after 2 or 3 checks. Nene, you have to be, practical. You have to be realistic. Portia gets her clothes and her wedding gowns and all that from Cordell. She opens it up and she says, oh my God, my wedding gown is kind of damaged. She goes, that was a queen move. That was a queen move. And I agreed until I saw this review. And they were like, that's a man move. Men don't really fold up, or care about clothes. Like they just throw it in a box. Here you go. And, she just kept making all these references about him being gay. And I'm like, yeah, he's gay. But Portia, that's just making you look worse because because you were married to a gay man and you throwing shade and all of that. But truthfully, you really don't you really need to stop shading him like that. You said it once, just let that be it. If he really gay, you ain't got to keep saying it. Um. Candy visits Portia, and she's just like, oh, how you holding up? And, she's just basically like, I'm just trying to hold my head up high, and that, he was very controlling. He would lock me out the house and all this type of stuff. And, I still love him, but I'm happy to be free from him because he was really controlling and always weighing me down. She starts crying and gives Candy a hug, and Candy just making these faces like, and it's like, Candy, why you looking like that? Your marriage ain't gonna be all peachy, if you get married. I mean, she'll get married, but you know what I'm saying. No marriage is perfect. And then, she just basically goes, well, he wasn't abusive, was he? And then Portia just goes, no. And she was just like, you paused for a long time. And I don't really think he was abusive physically, maybe verbally. But I think she just wants us to believe that. But anyway, they open up her sex toy box and realize that the balls are gone. And they just looking like, did Cordell keep the balls for himself? And another reference of him being gay. And I'm just like, he probably did, No shade, all truth. But anyway, Riley and Candy have this moment. And Candy, I need to talk about your hair. Candy, your hair. What in the world? You have too much money for your hair to be looking like your mom's hair. On last episode, I meant to say this looked way better than yours. That's a shame. You look like a red hot poodle. What are you doing to your hair? Whoever did that hairstyle, you need to be shot. You need to tell them, what have you done to my hair? Now, her and Riley, she got some red tips, and I didn't like that either. But I guess it looked better on her than Candy. She tells, she asks her how she feels about her marrying Todd, and she goes, well, I'm not too excited about it. I'm not thrilled about it, but if you want to marry him, go on and marry him. And then she asked, well, did you tell, your grandmother not to speak? She was like, no, I told her to speak. I told her to speak, I told her to be nice to him. And she realizes that her mom was just making up stuff. And she was just like, well, I really want us to, get married and be together, but I don't know if your grandmother would show up. She was like, well, that's messed up not to invite your mom to your wedding, but if she, don't want to act right, then me and Todd are not going to be able to come around like that. And I was just like, well, she makes a lot of sense, Candy. You just got to go on and get married. Don't worry about your mom. And Cynthia has her surgery. She has her surgery to get rid of her fibroids. And, Peter seemed like he was being way more supportive. Because I wasn't feeling him last episode. He took care of her and everything. Her mom was there and, brought her some soup. And she told her to leave so she could talk to Peter. And it was a cute moment. So, yeah, that was the Housewives. Kind of boring. Not a lot going on. Can't wait to see next week's. Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_Midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.